Yo guys, what is going on? Welcome back to Train Simulator 2019. My name is YoAdrian, and today we're going to be back out in the Cajon Pass route. We're going to be doing a scenario called Barstow Backlog. In the sweltering August heat, the operations in Barstow are typically busy. To avoid potential operations backlog, some cement hoppers need to go down to San Bernardino as soon as possible. We're going to couple to them and begin our journey down the Cajon Pass. Excuse me, I had to clear my throat on there, but it's a 20-minute scenario. It says it's easy. So let's go ahead and get right to it and waste no time. Alright, here we are in the scenario. Originally we were supposed to be using this locomotive, this 5403, but I'm going to go ahead and using the Rio Grande DRGW SD50 locomotive, part of the DLC from Dovetail Games, I believe. It said to go ahead and hit F1 for our task list, so let's go ahead and look at that. So we're going to drop off the V cars that we have right here, so let's go ahead and do that real quick. Booyah, right there. The cars are now uncoupled and can be sorted by the yard crew. Your focus is now the black cement hoppers in the adjacent siding, which is right here, it looks like. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to go ahead and take a quick thumbnail really quick, and then we'll be on our way. Alrighty, so here we are. We went ahead and turned on all of our lights here for the thumbnail on the front. We got a gyro light, class lights, and our headlights. Let's go ahead and start this puppy up and get moving. Fortunately, I'm not able to use my rail driver controller just because I don't have a spot for it on my desk right now. So I do apologize if you guys do hear the clicking and stuff of my keyboard and mouse. But yeah, check that out, fellas. It looks nice. SD50 Rio Grande locomotive. These, I believe, went to Union Pacific, and then Union Pacific sold them off. But it's basically the predecessor to the newer version of an SD40 locomotive. A little bit longer than an SD40, more horsepower. I believe these are rated at 5,000 if I'm not mistaken. Why are these going with me? These are not supposed to go with me. Okay, so I'm guarantee you we're probably speeding right now. Almost, not really. So we're supposed to go all the way to Barstow 14. So that's going to be all the way over here. We're speeding, but that's alright. So we just throw the throttle down. Not a career scenario, so there's not a point-based system in this game, which is nice. Let's go ahead and take a look around the cab here. We do have opening windows, which is newer on Dovetail Games DLC packs. We've got, I don't think this is Dovetail though, I think it's a third party, but we do have opening doors as well, which is not something standard you get on Train Sim in the beginning when it first came out, so that's really cool. Instrument lights, nothing really up top there. Got a gyro light switch right here, which is that light right here on the nose as you see it moving. And then back here you got a little control panel. Now in the older, like when RSC was part of it, none of these you could not be able to do anything with these. Now that you actually are functional, which is kind of cool. And then we're just going to keep going this way. We're going to go around this curve here, stop at this switch, back on up to our new cars, and then we'll go ahead and take them down to Len in about 5 miles from here, which ain't bad. Not bad at all. So it's a very quick scenario. Like I said, I like Train Sim, and I just kind of want to do like these shorter scenarios as videos, and then once we start getting Wi-Fi, and hopefully we get some good Wi-Fi, start doing some streaming. But that's right now, that's just on the back burner until we actually get better Wi-Fi. So unfortunately, I mean, I do want to get back in the streaming, it's just I can't, unfortunately. So I really do want to, but just can't. We can open this door as well, as you can see there. Lost connection with the damn controller. I hate this stupid thing with the controller and railworks and stuff. It's bullshit. Got an emergency brake, open that door, all that fun stuff. Cab lights. I believe the cab light is actually over here. Yeah, you turn it on from there. Wipers, instrument lights, engine run. None of those work in this locomotive. Rear headlights, all that fun stuff. So we're heading up on our switch point here. So I'm actually going to start slowing down just a tiny bit, just so we don't clear it as far off as I usually do in these types of situations. So, but we're going to turn those instrument lights off because it does blind the speedometer a little bit. And I'm actually going to go ahead and turn on the locomotive brakes as well. And then we'll just go ahead and release them right now while we just finish up clearing that switch point. A little bit more, about half a car. Can I switch it? There we go. Good to go. Alright. reverser is going into reverse. Our bell is on. There we go. And I'm wondering if I could turn on the rear headlight for this. No, I can't. Interesting. Okay. Very, very empty yard today, though. As you guys can see, it's very empty today. Which could be a good thing or a bad thing. The good thing is probably because it's actually 1 in the afternoon. You'd think this yard would be bustling with stuff, but I guess not. I guess not. Throttle it up just a little bit more. We're at 16. Going on, I'm gonna have to slow down here for a safety test before we actually couple onto our cars here. So no biggie on that. I'm only about 17, so I'm gonna start throwing the independent brake on. Boom, there we go, perfect. As you can see there, we're still speeding up because we're probably going downhill a little bit, so I'm gonna throw the independent brake on and the train brake on. We're almost aligned to our train. You can barely see it from this view, but actually I can execute quite perfectly. So I'm gonna go ahead and turn the independent off, and then put the train brake is off or released. We're gonna speed up a little bit, but that's all right. That is completely all right. Alright, so we're coming up on our consist right now. Let's go ahead and turn the independent brake on. Just because I don't want to do a speedy approach onto it. Let's go ahead and release it. Throttle it up just a little bit now. There we go. Don't want to go too fast while we're backing up on our consist. Turn off the bell. We don't really need it at this point. And watch as these two couple onto each other. And we'll just apply brake here once we're getting very close. Oh, and we did that right there. Now let's go ahead and release it. Go back to that same view we were at. There we go. And good hook. Train is now assembled, ready to go. You need to exit the yard through the first exit to the west. Again, check your switches and keep within the yard speeds. Good to know. So we got actual air brakes now. We got to use the air brakes because our train is not just 2 locomotives. Boom, boom, boom. Release it. Put on the bell. That nice, like, older style horn, which I love. We're definitely going to be using that if we come to any grade crossings. Oh yeah, these are like the standard older, like, road engines after, like, the GP38s, because if you guys know, currently GP38s are usually, like, more so in the yard right now. Back in the day, GP38s, GP40s were actually road engines, just like these. Same thing with SD40s. So usually you'll see them, like, on local runs or stuff like that. Normally won't see them too much out on the main line, like these are right here, these SD40s. But back in the day, these used to be the road engines for the railroads. They didn't have -9 wide cabs or GEVOs or SD70 MACs or SD70 ACEs or anything like that, SD60Es. All they had was SD40s and SD50s and 60s and possibly SD70s and GP40s and GP38s and stuff like that, GP30s and all that fun stuff. So I mean, this used to be the standard of railroading, was the 4 windows. Not really a Canadian cab, because the Canadian cabs are what are on these, and I have shown that off in the SD60F video. So that is what a Canadian cab is. It's 4 windows, but for these it's a standard EMD cab basically, or basically like a standard older style cab. Get the 4 windows. So we're actually going to open our windows here. So basically we got to make sure we check our switches, which is what I'm going to go ahead and do now. This one's good. Good. Lined up. Lined up. Lined up. This one is lined up. Yeah, lined up and lined up. And we got a clear, so I'm assuming that this one is completely lined up for us as well, which it is. Good to go. So we got about 4 miles to go. About 4 miles to go till we have to stop. So I'm wondering if that's where we're supposed to be taking them. I don't know if the scenario goes out any farther than that. So it's basically just like a standard, not switching scenario, but just getting cars out of the yard type deal to make room, even though there was plenty of fucking yard tracks that these could go on. But you know, I'm not gonna say much. I am not gonna say much about it. So, but yeah, look at the train back there, fellas. That looks nice. That looks actually really, really nice. Alright, so it looks like we're only going about 13 miles an hour, so nothing too fancy. We're still on a speed limit of 15 mph. Let's go ahead and turn the cab light off, just because I feel like that's what's causing the reflection in the speedometer. Hope you guys are having an awesome day so far. If you guys are watching this video, make sure you guys comment the minutes and the seconds and the timestamp going live on the screen now. So whatever time YouTube shows it going live to whatever time YouTube shows it going down, just comment the minutes and the seconds that you see it on the screen in the comment section below, so I know you guys are watching the video through and through. I do appreciate you guys if you do, and if you guys are going to drop a comment in the video, make sure that that timestamp is actually in the comments as well. I do greatly appreciate it if you guys would hit that like button if you guys do enjoy the video as well. Well done. You're not clear of the yard. When the rear of your train is clear of the yard, you'll notice the new speed limit in the driver's interface. Continue until you receive further instructions. Roger that. So we're just going to keep going 15 miles an hour until we receive new instructions. We do have a caboose on this train today, it looks like. Kind of weird that we have a caboose, but we have a caboose. I don't know why, but most of these like Cajon Pass scenarios, and like if you're on the Castle Rock route, the ones that came with this thing, and when you stop at marker lane track 2 to allow priority to pass, for now enjoy the scenery. Alright, works for me. But yeah, normally in these older like routes that came whenever Train Simulator first came out, they always had cabooses on the trains, even if they were like newer style trains. So I'm not sure. I think that's just a thing for railroading, but I know cabooses used to be the standard, but now you don't really see them much anymore unless they're like shoving platforms basically. So I mean, I feel like with the EOT devices it's a lot easier, but cabooses, usually you'd have another conductor or trainman sitting in here, and they'd basically be watching the train from the window from the rear, just in case if there's like any axles smoking or something. So they'd basically be the eyes for the conductor and the engineer up here, or eyes and ears basically. If anything along the route happens, he can hit the emergency brake, and then next thing you know, that's when the conductor will go out and stuff like that. Well, I don't know if they really had any radio communication back then. See how far it is to your destination on the driver's interface. Allow plenty of time to brake and come to a complete stop with your train somewhere on the marker. Alright, so we're at about 3.1 mile. Looks like that approach signal's for a different, nope, that's for the other track, so we're good. So basically just enjoy the scenery of nothing is what they said. Enjoy the open plains. Kind of just like Illinois with all the damn cornfields. Enjoy the damn scenery. Yeah, I'm actually going to go ahead and turn that damn gyro light off. It's not really doing me any good. Kind of annoying on this. It kind of looks annoying, to be honest. So we're about 0.8 away from our next signal, which is probably going to be an approach signal. I'm not going to lie. But yeah, open plains, enjoying the scenery. Ain't that the truth? I'm going about 30 miles an hour right now. I believe it's a clear, looks like. But yet they want us to stop for a priority, so I'm assuming that There's going to be more signals, but I do believe I see a road crossing coming up ahead, so we're going to start the bell. Just in case. I do believe that's a road crossing. Well, maybe not. Maybe not. It's been a while since I've been on this route, so it's hard to determine where all the grade crossings and stuff are. But look at that Rio Grande SD50, ladies and gentlemen. That thing looks nice. I will have a link down in the description below with this locomotive. If you guys are taking a look at it and interested, it is payware, unfortunately, so all the DLC you get for Train Sim is mainly payware. So I believe it's like 20 bucks, but usually whenever Steam has like summer sales or go on sales on like Black Friday, they usually have really good deals on the Train Sim stuff, so that's usually when I'll end up picking my stuff up. So we're on a clear indication. Going to a 55-mile-an-hour zone. DRGW 5515, clear. Some signal bullshit. I don't know. We'll call it Barstow. Clear Barstow, I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what the signals are. It'd make it a lot easier if they're actual mileposts or like trackside things where you know with all the cities, you know what the signals are. That's the one thing about this route, since it's like probably one of their like very first routes. I understand there's really no milepost signs either. So you're kind of stuck trying to figure out where the hell you're at. And then we got about 0.8 to get 1.8 to go. So we'll start slowing down here in a second. We kind of wish we'd see a grade crossing, but I know we won't. So we'll just go ahead and sound the horn for you guys. But yeah, I love that older sounding of horn. I don't know exactly what kind of horn it is, to be honest. I mean, I know there's a lot of different ones out there, but I'm not really like the most knowledgeable of what type it is from the sound. If you guys let me know, and if you guys are watching this, you know exactly what horn it is, let me know in the comment section. Just because it is one of those like nicer sounding, older style horns, rather than what you'll get nowadays in the railroad with like the K5 LAs or the Nathan K5 LAs or the K3 LA or the P5, which is like a standard Metro horn, or the K5 LLA or K3 LA, whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. I'm not really like one of those that have been into like figuring out exactly what the sound is by the horn. So, but yeah. About a mile out from our destination. Oh, there is a grade crossing. Perfect. Perfecto. And yeah, there's no whistle post signs either on this route, so you're just kind of stuck trying to figure out where the grade crossings are. But we got another clear indication. So it looks like we're just going to have to stop at Len, not at a signal or anything like that. Which kind of sucks, but oh well. I'm sorry, I just love the horn from the outside. I feel like this is one of the first locomotives that is in game that you can actually have the horn sound realistically inside the cab. But we're going to be stopping here at Len on a clear signal for some unknown reason. I don't know why they're going to stop us on a clear signal, but they're going to stop us on the clear indication. At track 2 on Len, milepost 6 it looks like. So I do have milepost signs in this. And of course we lost connection with the damn controller again. This is bullshit. This is the one part about Train Sim that I don't like, because I'm not even using the controller yet. It's supposed to be on for some unknown reason, wasting battery. So. But yeah, guys, so we're coming up on Len. That's going to go ahead and do it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy the scenario. Even though it wasn't really that jam-packed, it was more of just uncoupling and then coupling on and then just taking some cars down the line. Nothing really too entertaining about it. But hey, if you like trains and you like the older style trains and this stuff kind of like suits you, then hey, be my guest and watch it. If you don't like it, let me know in the comments. It's all good. It's all good. But yeah, guys, make sure you hit that like button if you did. Hit that comment with that timestamp number down in the comment section below. And hit that subscribe button if you guys are brand new and you enjoy the content. If If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys tell your friends, tell your family, tell your wife, tell your husband, tell your dog, tell everyone you know about me. Let's try to get my advertising out there. Hopefully we can get this channel to grow a lot bigger than how it is. I think we're almost at 2,800 subscribers. If not, if we haven't reached it by now, we probably are getting really close. Just because, like I said, these videos are pre-recorded, so can't really do much about that there. So, but yeah, follow me on all the Twitter, or follow me on Twitter, follow me on Discord, Instagram, join the server. And yeah, we're gonna stop here just in a second. Make sure we're stopped just shy of the signal. There we go. 5515, I'll stop, Lynn, track 2. Alright, reverser and forward, throttle and neutral. There we go. I do apologize for all the clicking. That's just me being dumb and having my microphone pick it up, so I do apologize for that. I know I do it every episode, so I'm sorry. It's just nothing I can really do. Congratulations, you have completed the scenario. After the priority train passes, you'll continue, but that's for another time. Alright guys, well that's going to go ahead and do it for this one. Take care.